Hello, hello. What's going on? Everybody's out there. Come join the fun talking Macca, Beatles, John Paul, George, Ringo, whatever you want to talk about. Seeing if anybody wants to join. What's going on? If you're here, just say hi in the comments. Let me know who you are. Hey, there's Tony. What's up, Tony? How's your channel going? Everybody check out Tony D's music channel. Who else is out there? Anyways, hey, Julia. The volume is low. Okay. I will turn up the volume. Okay. Let me know if that's any better. Anyways, just lost my wallet with the two legs. Oh, okay, good. The man, oh, well, thank you. Thank you. How are you, Mike? Beetle Mad Mike. And James, hey, how are you? I'm doing good. Doing good. And, yeah, just, yep, yes, fine, good. Thank you, Julia. Thank you. Yeah, I just had some free time and thought I'd come on and chat with you guys for a little bit. Whatever you guys want to talk about, or um, you know, okay. Uh, well, I always forget this part to highlight the comments, but here we are. Anyways, so what's on your guys' mind? Hello, everybody, wherever you are. And let's see here. Have you seen Paul McCartney tribute show from 2012? They do the whole Ram album live. It was no, I haven't seen that. Is it available to watch anywhere? No, I did not see that, but I'd like to. Ram is my favorite Paul record, and yeah, on YouTube. Okay, I'll check it out. And we had Denny Sywell and Fernando Perdomo on some time ago to talk about when they redid the Ram album for a tribute for the 50th anniversary. So that was a lot of fun to talk to Denny Sywell and Fernando about that. So there have been many tributes to Ram. With nothing new with the Beatles or Paul, I'm anxiously awaiting a week from tomorrow for David. Okay. So it's a new album, right? So I got to cook for Gilmore for a week at the Hollywood Bowl, which was one of the best 6 days of doing that job, that catering job. And got to hear him rehearse for 3 days, played for 4 days, and oh no, wait, what was it? It was 3 and 3, I think. Three rehearsal days and 3 show days. So great time. The man puts on a great show. So that is a new album then, Julia. Let's see here. Tony, it's from Ram album. Yeah, yes, that's right. Hey, Roy. No, no. I mean, I like their hits and stuff like that, but I'm not like a massive Oasis fan. No, but they're good. I mean, they were important um 90s band, and they gave a new generation of Beatle fans out there. Um, but yeah, They're okay. They're okay. Yeah, yeah, it was an amazing week. Amazing week. So, yeah, I mean, I had their a few of their albums, but I was never a big fan of them, and that their albums never made me want to go see them live or anything like that. So, um, but if you're going, I think that's great. Hopefully you'll have a good time. Hey there, Astro. How you doing? Yeah, yeah. Andy and MVP, they're doing great. A little jealous right now of them because uh, they're going to go see the man over in the UK. Uh, yep. So, anyways, but this weekend we're gonna be dropping our um latest episode. We were able to talk to Ian Derbyshire about his new book, Mac and the Long Naughties, Paul McCartney, Tracks, Life, and Tours, 1998 to 2009. Had a great time talking to him, and the book is now available to order on Amazon, so check it out. And that episode will be dropping on Saturday. And let's see here. Yeah, I agree. I never got on the Oasis train. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I was a fan of some of their hits, but you know, never needed to, see them live. Or I mean, I didn't really care that when they broke up, and separated, whatever. It was, hello, Ellen. Good to see you here. I'm going to see ELO. Yeah, I'm thinking about seeing ELO too. I think it's in early October when I'll be seeing them. So, yes, yes, yes. Well, I mean, I mean, depends on what you know. Anything new in the backup book. It is um, about his life, about his, obviously dealing with Linda's death. The arrival of Heather and that marriage and divorce and when Nancy comes into his life, it talks about all the music that is released. Great timeline. If you don't know everything about the releases and who he worked with at the time, this is a good book to go check out. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. You're getting back here. Good evening, Mike. How are you? Good to see you. Be at the Yellow Mill Square Garden later. Awesome. Great. McCartney, yeah, yes, we are too. Believe you me, we are very much looking forward to that book. Hello, Beetle Eddie. Good to see you here. Thanks for popping in. Came a Mac fan in 2005, so I'm a huge fan of that era. Yeah, Mac and Ringo. Yes. Beetle Clips of Beetle ended up not sounding good on vocals. Well, maybe that's why he's choosing to end it. Um, he didn't go to the last two times he toured, he didn't go to Arizona, and I wasn't going to travel to see him. So, but he's coming here to Michigan, so I want to go. Definitely want to go. Problem is, the low show in Chicago is the night before flying out to Vegas for my birthday. Ah, gotcha, gotcha. Hello, Henry. You can drop the sir. But I hope you're doing well. Astro Jeremiah 25th, next month, so concert's 2 days after. Okay, great. That'll be a nice little birthday thing. Cool. Serge, how you doing? Good to see you. With Saw Oasis in '98, they were great. Great. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope if you're gonna go, if they you know, if they come to your town or if you have to travel, hopefully you'll have a good time. Hey Richard, how do you feel about the Smiths reunion about to happen in June? But Johnny Marr said no. Hey, listen, the Smiths are I'm a really big fan of, huge fan of Morrissey as a vocalist and lyricist. So it's too bad. It's too bad. I mean, there a show on VH1 where they tried to get bands to reunite, and I think there was an episode that they did where they tried to get the Smiths to reunite in one of those episodes, and it didn't happen. Uh, yeah, lots of Paul books lately. Yes, Ted, how you doing, Ted? Yeah, we talked about that a little bit with this new episode coming Saturday, where there's been a lot of a lot of books on Paul, coming out from different points of view, and it's good to see. It's good to see. Hey, Dino, how are you, my friend? It looks like you had a great time last week. Thank you for wearing the shirts in a few of those pictures. That was really nice of you, and you know, good on you. Not heard any new ELP clips. Yeah, I'm not, or ELO clips. I'm not gonna watch any. I'm not going to watch any until I get to the show. Tom, do you know how long theatrical runs for one act clapping? I think it's under an hour. Think it's under an hour. Let's see. Next show will be Eagles, the Sphere. Okay, so you're going to go to Vegas to see the. Yeah, so I pretty much. I haven't been in the Sphere when I worked in Vegas, but I did work really close to it, so I got to take pictures of it. It was really cool when it changed images. Um, I know people that have been in there and say that's been amazing, especially during the U2 shows. Um, I did get to see the Eagles in '97, Tiger Stadium. That was a really good show. And if you ever want to see a band that sounds exactly like the albums, the Eagles are that band. But I tell you, when I saw them in '97, it was fantastic. Fantastic show. Is any original members of ESO? I'm not 100% sure on that. I'll have to look that up. Please no. Yeah, exactly. Yes, no spoilers here. See, the Eagles are not at the Sphere. I will. Well, I'm in Vegas. While I'm in Vegas, I'm wondering how much tickets are. Probably a good chunk of change, my friend. Good chunk of change, I'm sure. Do you like? Yeah, I'm a huge Johnny Cash fan. Huge Johnny fan. I love the Prison albums, Folsom Prison, and San Quentin. I do have quite a few. The '90s surge, revival. I mean, that was great for Johnny Cash. Um, and yeah, I like Johnny Cash a lot. I like what he did. His duets with June Carter Cash are great. Um, you know, he was with the Highwaymen. Good stuff from Johnny Cash. Do you know anything about the one-to-one film that well, the trailer that was just released today, or a teaser trailer. So, but no, other than that, I'm haven't heard anything about it, and it's finally it's about time. If I don't know if this is a documentary or um or if it's the actual concert. Hopefully, I'm hoping that it's going to be the actual concert, so we'll see. But I think it just said it's a documentary, so we'll see. I've been on a few of his Fab Gabs, and yes, of course, I have seen Joe's Fab Gabs. Absolutely, he's great. How long will one? Oh, I'm not 100% sure about that. Maybe 1 week. So if you don't have your tickets, go get your tickets. Like, just 40 minutes don't look much like it. Yeah, but do they have to look exactly like them? Um, you know, Val Kilmer didn't look exactly like Jim Morrison. Um, I didn't think Dennis Quaid looked a lot like what's his name in Great Balls of Fire. So I don't know if they necessarily have to look like the actor or like the real people. As long as the acting is good and if they got their accents down, that's all that really matters. If the how the writing, um, so we'll see. Yeah, like 54 minutes. Yeah, that's what I've been reading. And yeah, I mean, they filmed it on the worst video format you could find. So, but I don't understand why it's getting a limited cinemas and not. Well, we don't know yet. We don't know if it's going to get a DVD or Blu-ray. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it will. You've seen them. I mean, uh, I've met Mikey Arugula in Chicago. With Joe, with Joe. But I haven't seen any with Mikey Arugula. But he's a good guy. I like him. I'll have to check those out. I know he had they just dropped a new show the other day. Hotel California is still one of the greatest rock songs of his. Oh, sure, sure. It's one of the greatest albums of all time as well. Even though I'm a little tired of it, but yeah. Will Paul play the sphere? Makes sense. Oh, I'm sure. Um, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised. The imagery that you can get on that screen inside, uh, just screams for a McCartney show. Excellent, excellent. I think, seen Ringo 3 or 4 times, and I'm done for now. Unless he drastically changes the whole lineup of the All-Star band, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. James says, yeah, only Jeff Lynne from left from the original lineup. So there you go. With Richard Tandy dying earlier this year, this is just yeah. Cash's cover, Nine Inch Nails Hurt, is one of the best covers ever. Yeah, it's a great cover. Absolutely, I agree. I need to check out your video. Well, thank you. Yeah, our last video was we reviewed the Mind Games box set and had a lot of fun doing that. Hoping there's bonus material for the film. I hope so too. Hope so too. Paul did a song with Johnny Cash. Now, yeah. Blue Moon. What was it? No, New Moon over Kentucky. Was that There's a new moon over. Yeah. Yeah. He was one of the co-writers. Yes. That was on Johnny Cash's album. Waters from the Springs of Home or something like that. I forgot the name of the album. But yeah, he sure did. One hand clapping will be like the roof. Yeah, very limited run. There you go. Very limited run. And I got to see that rooftop concert in the theaters. That was a lot of fun. Seeing that in the theater, just hearing the audio in a 5.1 or a surround sound. So obviously it's more than 5.1, but it was a great time. Great time. Hey James. Yes, having a great day. Thank you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you here. And sirs, is the backyard session? Yes, the backyard session will be included with this. Absolutely. Any modern artists you're a fan of or like? Yeah, there are a few modern artists. There's a country singer named Brett Cobb that I'm a really big fan of. I've gotten everything that he's done. Um, there's a couple other musicians and artists that I like. Um, I met Mickey and didn't know him from your channel. What? Hmm. Arugula is the only one from the fest that I did not get a chance to meet. Yeah, yeah, Mikey was there. I know they did a couple videos with I'm forgetting the name. Jeff was his name, who had the room with a lot of his collection in there. Great, massive collection. Very impressive. 2000 was the single best time I saw Ringo because the Queen was there too. Okay. Yeah, Kid O'Toole, cool. I don't think I'm alone in thinking that Ringo's best song is Photograph. It's not even close. Yeah, it's up for you. If you think so, then that's great. It could be. Very much well could be. Let's see here. Saw Jeff Lynne in 2019. He was phenomenal. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him back then. Was it like 16 and 19 or something like those tours? I'm forgetting the years. Sure, Henry, I prefer New Moon over Jamaica. That's it. Yes, from Waters from the Wells. Yeah, Wells from Home. Yeah. Thank you, Astros. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Yep. Have you ever seen episodes of Midnight Special here? Yeah, it's funny mentioned that because somebody sent me the clip of Olivia Newton-John on Midnight Special, and then I just started watching other Midnight Specials. I was watching some ELO on Midnight Special. There's a lot of great performances on the Midnight Special. So yeah, check that out, everybody. The Midnight Special was a TV show. I think it went from 73 to 81 or something like that. Appeared on Friday nights. Currently in 74. Cool. Very cool. Wasn't Bev Bevan in the original? Yes, I think he is still alive. Yes. How you doing, Wes? James, has there been much Oasis buzz around your way? Yeah, yeah. I'm seeing a lot of buzz over here, but it really doesn't do anything for me. Tony, a friend told me Rooney is opening act. Okay, okay. They are a young singer-songwriter. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, 1 to 2 nights. There you go. Thank you, Charlie. Mm. Yeah, I mean they were part of a band, The Move. They were in The Move together as well, weren't they? Um, wasn't didn't Bev do the ELO 2 or something like that, or didn't other members of the ELO did ELO 2 back in the 90s, was it? Fading out, I think is an amazing Ringo song. Yeah, I agree. What's your feelings in Oasis song? I should ask. I'm not a fan. Yeah, I mean, somebody asked me that earlier, and it doesn't do anything for me. If you're a fan, if anybody's a fan, and you're gonna go see Oasis. I'm happy for you. If you've been a big Oasis fan and been dying for them to get back together, what has it been, 15 years or so, 20 years? Then this is gonna be for you. Uh, okay, Henry. That's fine. I mean, listen, you're all entitled to your opinions on how you feel about bands and musicians and whatnot. Again, I'm not really going to, you know, Tom, you're 100% right. Bevan was the ringleader of ELO. Okay, thank you. It was between him and Jeff Lynne. All right, thank you. I thought there was, and I think they were in the band The Move before ELO as well. You think Ladder 2 will be any good? I do think it'll be good. I do think it'll be good. At least I'm curious about it. I will be going to see Gladiator 2, yes. I don't know if I like the title much, but I'm gonna go see it anyways. I'm gonna go see it anyways. Danny Ambrose, yes, he is. Yes, he is. I think it drives Mayo crazy. I think it drives Mayo crazy. So it's been 3 weeks. I will put you on the spot. What was your favorite part of your first Chicago Fest? Um, Again, I mean, I've said it before, Jer. Just seeing you guys, seeing everybody there, seeing you, seeing all of our friends, seeing, people that I've never met before, that I've known through, the podcasts and stuff like that. Finally meeting them in person. Yeah, sure, the Hollies and Jubers are great, seeing them, but it's really meeting and hanging out, having a beer with you guys. That's really my favorite part of all of these fests and symposiums and stuff like that that I've been going to over the over the last few years. And also, every once in a while you'll find a gem that you're looking for. And yeah, I know that the marketplace isn't what it used to be from my understanding, but I'll tell you what, I've been finding stuff that I've been wanting and been picking up. So is anyone coming your way? He's going well, I don't know. But I have got to see him perform live. I said earlier in the stream that I've got to cook for his part of his tour. And that was a lot of fun. But I'm trying to scroll up here and it's not letting me. Here we go. Um, are you a Bare Naked Ladies fan? Well, I'm a fan of Bare Naked Ladies in general, but the band. I know some of their hits, but I've never been a big fan of their music. Cream 2005, Zeppelin 7 are my favorite reunions. Simon and Garfunkel 81, yeah. Yeah, what else is out there? For people, I mean, I don't consider Ringo and Paul to be, if they reunited on stage, I don't wouldn't consider that like a Beatles reunion. Plus, I don't think they would ever do it. But who else is out there that would be cool to see, reunite, whether it was all the original members or most of the original members. I would like to see Sebastian Bach sing with Skid Row again. That's one thing that I would like to see. Um, if you guys can think of any out there, let me know in the comments section. Underrated Ringo Tonight from one of my favorites, one of my absolute favorites. Love Tonight from Ringo. He does a great cover of that song. Oh yes, Gladiator 2, Top Gun 3. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Tom, I agree. Best part, 100%. The height, it's perfect layout. Yeah, it is. I really enjoyed the layout um, of the fest there in Chicago. That won't be my last. It won't be my last. Henry, it's usual to make a sequel with no original cast members. Gladiator 2. Well, there is one. I think the woman that was the main woman that was in the original Gladiator. I'm forgetting her name. I think she's appearing um, in the sequel as well. Hold on one second here. Zeppelin should have done a tour years ago. Yeah. Um. Yeah. But I mean, they've been re-releasing their music a lot. I mean, their music is out there. I don't know if uh how Robert Plant would do that. I mean, I would like to see kind of like some kind of Pink Floyd reunion myself. I mean, I know Rick White is no longer with us, um, but I don't see that happening. Tom, do you prefer listening to albums in their entirety, or do you make your own playlist? Yeah, I mean, some albums you have to listen in their entirety. Okay, I'm a huge fan of John Coltrane's "A Love Supreme," and you have to listen to that album in its entirety. There's other albums, that, even the White Album, you have to listen to that in its entirety. But I do like to make playlists. I do like to make playlists. Saw an interview with Tony Tennille. She sang background vocals on the wall. Oh, really? Okay. There's cut of Napoleon. Yeah, I heard about that. It's an hour longer. Um, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get to see that in the theaters. Um, but one day, hopefully, we'll check it out. I'm not 100% sure now that ELO will tour in the UK. Jeff is looking a little frail. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go. I'm definitely gonna go. I'm excited. It's in the 90s. I had a music store. And Oasis were gigantic. Many of the young customers were school kids and used to head to London to see Liam at his house, like Beatle fans did in the 60s. Okay, okay. So you owned a music store? Is that what I'm reading? Mm. Let's see here. Yeah, Tonight by Ringo is great. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I mean, they've reunited on, they've been reuniting now, what, since the late 80s or 90s. I mean, Christie's gone now. And who knows how, Stevie and her ex are doing if they're getting along. Um, but I don't know, maybe it's time just for them for Fleetwood Mac to give it a rest. You know, they've had their time. You know. They've had their time. Going to see Doobie Brothers. Yeah, yeah, McDonald is, yeah, we were supposed to see the Doobie Brothers in Arizona back in 2020. Obviously, we all know what happened, but we ended up not going to see them. But it would have been nice. Now, that's a cool reunion right there that I would have liked to have seen, but didn't get the opportunity. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just let it. I say just, let it end already. Jellyfish should get back together. Okay. Biggest near miss was buying Mavis Staple. Okay, tickets, and sadly she couldn't fly over. Okay, yeah, I was going to see Ravi Shankar. We got tickets to see Ravi and his daughter. I want to say this was 2010 when we moved out to Arizona, and as it got close, the day of the show, we got it let know that it was canceled, and then a couple days later, Ravi passed, unfortunately. So I really would have liked to have seen him live. Yeah. Yeah, same with his hairdo, right? He still has that big hairdo, that big fro. I thought this past festival would be my last one, but how can I really call it a day? I went 3 weeks. Was a play. Yeah, it was a great time. Listen, I can't tell you how much I've really enjoyed these last few years going to the fest. Yep. Favorite cigar brands. Arturo Fuente is my favorite cigar. Uh, and it's about pen length, and it's the Reserve. Arturo Fuente Reserva. It's a great cigar. Great cigar. Lindsey Buckingham had yeah, yeah. I mean, all Lindsey had, sorry, Christy McVie had some good solo stuff, and obviously Stevie, was probably had the best solo career out of all of them. Zeppelin reunion would be great, probably very expensive. Yeah, and promoters would love that right now, right? I mean, obviously, as time goes on and these bigger acts stop touring, obviously, Aerosmith just stopped touring. Kiss stopped touring, so we'll see about that. But as these bigger acts are stopping, these concert promoters they need acts, right, to be able to uh, get into these stadiums and arenas. Terms plant would have been open to touring, but they kept bugging him while he was doing his. Okay. All right, yeah, that's too bad. Pink Floyd with Roger. Well, no, I know. Yep, that's too bad. Welly, Welly, hey there. Kaji Gugu. How you doing, Tone? Good to see you here. Thanks for popping in. I hope you're doing all right, my friend. Uh, you know, we're a better place with you in it. Lindsey Buckham's such a great guitarist, never looking back. Yeah, that's fine. Late 2019. Let's see here. Rumors was recorded next to me at a record plant. Okay, in Sausalito. Uh, yes, yes. Tone, hello. Everybody loves you, Tone. We're all here for you, my friend. Let's see here. Saw Doobies and Steve Winwood 2 weeks. Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Steve Winwood live. I don't know how many more opportunities we're going to get to see Steve Winwood live, but I'm a big fan. Let's see here. Rumors is a very interesting story. It's crazy how such a beautiful and artful album can be made. Yeah, yep, there you go. And a lot of albums were made that way too. Reform. The two shot. Oh, that's funny. Uh, yep. Everybody's happy to see you, Tone. Let's see here. You retired from live quizzes on Facebook. Uh, oh, that's right. Dino did some of those, didn't he? Get fatigue factor a lot, but for some reason it never applies to Fleetwood Mac. I never get tired of hearing dreams go your own way. Okay, yeah, I mean, I if I never hear "Go Your Own Way" again, I'll be very happy. I don't ever need to, but dreams, yeah, dreams is great. It's a song that I haven't heard nowhere near as many times as "Go Your Own Way," but yeah, I mean, that says 10 and it was in 2000. Okay, well, let's make plans to meet at one there, Mike. Um, what are you closer to? Are you closer to Chicago or the New York, New Jersey area? Uh, yeah, right. Yeah, one reunion, that's good enough. Yeah, there you go. He did. Um, yeah, Tusk I could do without. Let's see here. Every time is it true that Gene Simmons is a well, he was nice for the 1 minute that I met him at his book signing. Um, back in I don't know what it was like 15 or 16 or something like that. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised. Do you think of Paul and Ringo? No, 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 Beatle Eddie. Just forget it. Just don't. Let's just not go there. Uh, let's just not go there. It's a retail music shop called Sergeant Pepper's Rockin' Pop Shop for almost 10 years. Oh, that's very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Enough rest. Yep. Let's make sure Beetletone is doing well and getting plenty of rest. Uh, yeah, Bob Welch. Yeah. Bob Welch was a good guitarist. What was the big hit that he had that he recorded with Fleetwood Mac, and then he had a big hit with it on his own? Sentimental Lady. Uh, Good track. That was on the album Trees. Was it called? Was it called Trees? The majority of Chicago fests I've gone to were in some different areas, including basements. Different again next year. Um, well, I guess they've had it at this. Maybe the Astrogers can tell how long have they had it at that Ohio or O'Hare Hyatt now. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. Lance has a great song as well. Yes. Is that on video? I don't know. Please never put out a bad album. Well, that's uh that's up to you. Um, I did many years. Well, back in the '90s, I did pick up every Police record, and I got to tell you, I only like the hits on those records. But I should go back and pick up that new Synchronicity remaster album and check it out. All right, so you're closer to New York area. So just come on for a day, see how you like it. Meet us and talk with us and hang out with us, and I'm sure you'll have a great time. I'm sure you'll have a great time. How many more movies do I think Scorsese still has left in him? Well, I mean, if he could ever make a movie quickly and maybe a little more inexpensively, if he can make a movie for under $100 million, maybe he can still get two or three movies in, but he's got to do them quick. Um, I'd say just to answer your question, I'd say maybe two, maybe two. Only because it takes so long now to get for him to make it, write it, direct it, edit it, and put it out. If you can make a movie that's an hour and a half and under $100 million, maybe he can make a couple more. But he likes to make these epics now. You know. I was only 16 when the police reunion. I was only just discovering their music. Okay, okay. Uh, Rumors was too politicized here, U.S. Okay. And James likes the Peter Green era. Stranger, 52nd Street, Glass Houses, Neon Curtain. Good run. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. I agree. Tone, okay, great. You got the package. Awesome. You're welcome, my friend. We were happy to do that. We were happy. We were happy to do that. And hopefully the hoodie, if you want to wear the hoodie or whatever or the shirts, hopefully they fit well and uh hopefully you like them. So glad you got it. Well, Dan, maybe not. I mean, what, he toured with them the second time? Uh, so I don't know. I don't know. Did you like Billy? To be honest with you, Henry, I still haven't listened to it. Still haven't listened to it. Okay, James, I will definitely check that out then. I will put it on my things to get list. No, no. How you doing, Rocco? No, I'm not gonna see him this time around. I've said a few times now that unless he drastically changes the entire lineup, then I don't think I have a desire to see the Ringo All-Star lineup again for a while. And I gotta check something out here real quick. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see here. Get back to these. Good to know. Enjoyed meeting this person. Let's see here. I think the fest at the Hyatt was at 86. Yeah. So I mean, has it been there since 86? I think it's a great location. Uh, Bloody Marvelous. Thank you, Tone. Yeah, I'm okay. I don't know if I'll get the box set, but I'll get the is there like a two CD set? Maybe I'll get that first. Yeah, Zenyatta, Mandata, yeah, Ghost in the Machine, yeah. Okay, pretty good run. Beatles never made a bad album. I'll agree with you there. 100%. I'm a huge Fleetwood Mac, and I don't love the Tusk album. Them trying to do a new wave didn't work. Lindsay was being too controlling. Yeah, okay. Uh, yeah, I think you're right. You could be right. You guys have has convinced this old man to attend my first. Yes. Well, I'm thinking about going to both again. Thinking about going to both again. So if you want to make it to the New York one at the end of March, please do, Charlie. That'd be great. Uh, yes, Dino, you are very, very happy. I'm very, very welcome. Sorry. uh, uh, yes, and Julie's fantastic. Julie is just so fantastic. I mean, Julie could have been like, oh, you guys just piss off, whatever. But she's a very loving, loving woman, and I'm so glad that we've all had the opportunity to meet her, and thanks to Ken Womack's book, Living the Beatles Legend, the Mel Evans story. So that's so cool. I loved all those pictures, Dino. I loved all those pictures. They were great. They were great. So sounds the same. Okay. It's my second picture disc LP. Okay, so you bought the picture disc then. All right. Why is he so adamant with the same? Well, I mean, he loves those guys. I mean, he talks about how much he loves, all of them. So, and they're all, great friends. They all play together well. They have great chemistry. So that's why. I mean, and maybe people are his the other artists, maybe they don't want to tour, or maybe they're touring with their own bands. Maybe he can't find replacements for them. So I don't know. Maybe the time for the All-Star band with the new lineup every time is that time is done. So that day is done. But yeah, who knows? Maybe he loves them all though. I know that. Hey Tom, how you doing? Again with the Oasis thing. I like some of their hits. Um, you know, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna, i- if you like them, great, but I'm not gonna see them live or anything. I mean, has it officially been announced yet that they're coming in 2025, and a tour date's been announced or anything like that? Tony loved your quizzes there, Dino. So I don't know if you're gonna do those up again. Since I'm a big Lindsay fan, Tusk is my favorite Mac album. Okay, is that does he have a lot of lead vocals on that? Then I take it. Yeah, well, okay, I could probably agree with you there. I was hooked. Yeah, Killers of the Flower Moon was fantastic, Tony. I love that movie. I thought all the acting performances were great. Every band had the business guy, Paul, with Beatles, Jagger, Stone, Water. Yeah. Do you have a book in the works? No, I don't. But I mean, I've said the last lately that I would like to do because I'm a fan of McCartney's picture sleeves from around the world. What I would like to do is a book on that. Just show all the picture sleeves from the countries that did release picture sleeves of McCartney's 45s from around the world. Um, so that I'm thinking of, and I might start talking with people that have done books like that, and get information from them. Uh, Police Sickness City box set is stunning and shows the genius of Sting and how important Stu and Andy were in making the Polices. Yeah, listen, I loved I love their hits. They're a great hits band. I used to love watching their videos on MTV back in the early 80s, early to mid 80s. Had a lot of fun with police. Okay. Kills of the Flower Moon was great because to think that actually happened. Yeah. Yep. There's been a lot of evil men throughout the history of the world. Mm. I've recently been getting into the Stones. Favorite song for me is Painted Black. Favorite Stones song. Wow. Wow. Um, I love Bitch. I love Parachute Woman is a fantastic song, and I love their version of the Rock and Roll Circus. Mm. Curtain tribute to the Beatles. Yeah, yeah, kind of. Yeah, during there was a white or no there was a Sergeant Pepper symposium here in Michigan back in 2017, and somebody actually did do a presentation on that subject, the Nylon Curtain being a tribute to the Beatles. Yes, yeah, it was a pretty good presentation. Has been at the highest since '86. I think they had downtown hot. Okay. All right, so there you go. So it's been at the Hyatt now for many many years. Fest should try to get Giles Martin. Yeah, they need to shake it up with their musical acts. Um, you know, I mean, I'd be curious to know that if who he's tried to get, the Lapidus family, who have they tried to get? I mean, have they been in touch with like a Jim Keltner, or people that have played with all four of them? Even members of the '90s. the 89 to 93 touring band, you know. Have they tried to get a hold of them for, yeah, so who knows? Who would you add to the All-Stars? Oh, well, you know what? Back in the day, um, Peter Cetera of Chicago was supposed to play bass for one All-Star band, and apparently he backed out for whatever reason. And I would have loved to have seen Peter Cetera um, on an All-Star band. Who else is out there? To think about that. Ringo's back on. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Best live show attended. Um, I gotta say, when I got to see the reunion tour of Kiss in '96 at Tiger Stadium, it was the first show of the tour. Um, that was probably my favorite. Being the big McCartney fan that I am, I'm also a big Kiss fan. And tell you what, seeing all four of them back in makeup, um, it was just a wild, great, great night. It was a great 2 hours of music. Great time, great friends. Great night. Was a big Oasis fan in the '90s, but I'm not bad for it this time. Okay, okay. Let's see here. Wow, I made a live chat long time. How you doing, Tim? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. James, really looking forward to the McCartney. Yeah, the second volume should be out in December, especially now that they got to talk to Joe English. Yeah. And he said that it was a no-go. Then 2 weeks later, it's happening. Yeah. So, um, well, since you know, then other people know. Then I mean, yeah, he got to talk to Joe English or both, and that's going to be part of the book, and that's fantastic. That is fantastic. Hey, Tim. Tom, look up Blurb 9, creating your own picture books. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Let me write that down real quick. Thank you. Thank you for that, Tom. Let's see here. Did you feel that the new Alien movie is worse than Covenant? I did not get to see Covenant. I did not see Covenant, but Alien Romulus, I thought it was, fine. I didn't think it was one of the better Alien movies. I know a lot of people love it, and that's great, but no, I didn't think it was. I did well. I can't say because I didn't see Covenant, but I did like Prometheus. I like Prometheus a lot, actually. Favorite Stone song, Wild Horses. Okay. It is. It is a fantastic song. Okay, thank you, Tom. I appreciate that, my friend. Let's see here. Serge says Born to Run, Darkness, Edge of Town, River, Nebraska. Good run for Bruce. Absolutely. Yeah, it was a great run. Coming out soon. Yeah, I'll go see it. Midas Man. I'm not um I'm not gonna hold my breath that it's gonna be any good. But um I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping for the best. Someone did message me saying that they saw it and they said they did take some liberties. Okay. In 1985 it was at the Westin Hotel. Okay. Let's see, I just bought my ticket for one and clapping while speaking. Very good, Tony. Very good. Easy. Well, by who do I think in general or by the amount of women, Henry? I mean, um, I would say maybe. Geez, that's tough. I would say, well, obviously Paul probably got laid more because he's lived longer. Um, so there you go, Henry. Let's see here. First live show. Mine's Shana Na 1980. You know, it's funny because I was watching uh the midnight specials, some of the midnight specials. I watched a couple Shana Na clips that they did, and Shana Na's fun. They were a fun band. My first live show was Don Henley back in I want to say 91 or 92 for the End of the Innocence tour. He was sounded great. He sounded fantastic. Don Henley back then. Have you heard of Phil Collins doing Tomorrow Never Knows? Was that the that wasn't on the George Martin CD, was it? But no, no, I did not. See, Lindsey Beck would have been a great All-Star addition. Yeah, probably. Um, there's others too that there was a couple that I thought of the other um not long ago, and it's like, oh, this guitarist, it was a guitar player. Now I'm forgetting um the name. Oh well. Matthew Sweet. Matthew Sweet. If you remember Matthew Sweet from the '90s, had a great run of albums, including Girlfriend, Altered Beast, 100%. Um, was it 100%? I'm forgetting the name of it. The next one, but Matthew Sweet is fantastic. I think he would have been a great all-star. Maybe. You think? Yeah, there's a lot of rumors about the acronym for Kiss. Yes. Paul, for sure, Lennon was jealous of Paul. John was married and got pissed when it was mentioned on the Ed Sullivan Show. Yes. I'm glad you caught you live. Was watching some older two legs. Oh, well, thank you, Ronald. Thank you. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate you, my friend. Um, which one were you watching? Um, We've got so many episodes now. I can't believe we're over 250 episodes. I mean, it just boggles my mind. I just really never thought that, um, the show would last this long. I'm very proud of what my cousin and I started. I'm extremely proud of what Andy and I have been able to continue to do. Since then. So very cool. Thank you for watching or listening, Ronald. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. I saw Oasis at the Rosemont. Right? Yeah, yeah, Rosemont. Yeah, I used to pass past the Rosemont on my way to work when I lived in Illinois. A bunch of people thought Kiss different. Yep, there you go. They sure did. I saw BB King in Boston 2004 purely by chance. It was probably the most special concert. Um, yeah, exactly. I mean, he's a legend. He was a legend. Um, I could have said the same thing too, James. That's if I had seen BB King. Clapton, Plant, James Taylor, Paul Simon, All Star Band. Yeah, I got to see. We actually got to cook for James Taylor's show when he came to Vegas a few years back. That was pretty amazing. Um, I did a Paul Simon show at the Hollywood Bowl. Um, was it Paul Simon or am I thinking Van Morrison? Um, no, it was a Paul Simon show. Yeah, it was a Paul Simon show that we did. Um, but never got to do a Clapton show. Um, but we did do a Robert Plant show in Arizona. He played the smaller venue, but I didn't get to see the show. I saw the newest things you said. Yeah, so they did the review of Revival '69, which was the Toronto Live Peace concert that John Lennon released in '69. It's a good little documentary, not the best documentary, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I thought I heard Mark Hudson pull out on our tour that Ringo basically put their friendship. Well, I mean, I've heard several things. Honky Tonk Woman is fantastic. Jumpin' Jack Flash, I think, is fantastic as well. Um, Tell Me was one of my favorite, very, very early Rolling Stones songs. I love Tell Me. I haven't been to the movies all year. Up to see three latest. Yeah, Joker, two, Gladiator, two, and yeah, I'll go see all of those. I mean, I've seen about I think 15 or 16 movies this year so far. And hope that doubles by year's end. Let's see here at the moment. Loving Cup on Exile is my favorite Stones number. Okay, okay. I really enjoy Exile. I mean, Exile is good from top. I mean, there's a lot of great tracks on Exile. It was Paul Henry. Okay. I hope De Niro joins Daniel Day-Lewis and Nicholson in the third. So do I. So do I. I thought he was going to get it this year for Killers of the Flower Moon. Ringo's band is made up of great musicians. Yeah, they're all great musicians. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, like you said though, a lot of them have passed on. It's too bad. Uh, I think they were, weren't they? I think they were. Face Value album from Phil. I mean, look, Phil was the '80s. I mean, Phil had between his solo albums and Genesis in the '80s. Phil could do no wrong back then. This was my first Beatles fest. I bought the VHS. Oh, cool, Wes. Very cool, Wes. Was that the New York or Chicago? Why wasn't Making Donuts an All-Star? Well, listen, sometimes when you do those shows, you gotta understand that Ringo is the main attraction. Yes, you get to do your two, three songs, but Ringo is the main attraction. So maybe, Mickey Dolenz didn't want to, you know, put his pride to the side. Do I like Aerosmith? Yes and no. Yes and no. I can take them or I can leave them. Favorite band Beatles covers for me. Coroner's version of "I Want You." I am a huge fan, and it's of a Joe Cocker, and it's not the one you think. Okay, it's the Joe Cocker. She came in through the bathroom window. I think is my favorite Beatles cover out there. My first live show was Wings. James. Uh, yeah, a lucky man. Lucky man. Not really. Not really, Henry. I can't say that I'm a big fan of Eminem. No. Tony, do you have a favorite type of album from an artist? Something that rocks or something that's more stripped down and personal? No, I mean, as long as it's a good album, I like let's say like Neil Young, for instance. I like it when he's acoustic and I like it when he's grungy and rocky. You know, um, no, so I don't have a very particular type of album that I like from an artist. I mean, I like it. I mean, if Paul's next album is completely different from what he's been, doing, I'm gonna welcome that. You let's see here. Most depressing album you've ever listened to. I guess the Plastic Ono Band, maybe. I don't know. The fest used to have live performances of each Beatles album all the way through. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they, yeah. Let's see. No Expectations. Yes, fantastic, fantastic track. Love that one a lot. Uh, I've been enjoying the rate. I'll rank oh, cool. Thank you, Ron, for watching those. And there's my friend Joan. How you doing, Joan? Good to see you here. Appreciate it. Yes, thank you. I'm listening. It's getting to Afro size again, but thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get a haircut soon, but or maybe I should just leave it for the Jeff Lynne concert and have it, see if he's gonna have his fro, um, for the concert. But how you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, and I know you're gonna have a great time seeing all those McCartney shows. Let's see. Jeff Lynne is one of my favorite producers. What are your thoughts on his production style? I love. I mean, listen, I'm not one of those that think that he, really ruined Cloud Nine. I mean, I liked his production style. I enjoy what he produced Full Moon Fever, didn't he? That was a great album. Um, I like the tracks that he produced on Flaming Pie. He's a great producer, no doubt about it. Can't You Hear Me Knocking? Yes. Another great track. Monkey Man uh, is another favorite of mine. Let's see here. Uh, 7 days. Ah, listen to that. Good on you, Tone. I am jealous of you guys that got to see him in '79. Although, I was six, so it wouldn't have mattered. Um, you know, a little bit. I mean, he's another one that was just that I like the hits. I remember watching. I used to love uh the Authority song video. I loved watching that one and I couldn't stand Jack and Diane anymore. That's another song that I don't care if I ever hear again. Um, favorite Mac lineup. Geez, I mean, how can you got to go with the '76 tour. You got to go with the '76 tour lineup. You just do. And that's not a knock on, Juber or Sywell or Henry or Steve Holly or the Chris Whitten and all them from '89 and Hamish and Robbie. It's no knock on them. It's just that '76 lineup was cooking. 75, '76, the start of London Town. That lineup was cooking. Absolutely cooking. Favorite use of a song in movies. Oh geez. Um I loved there's a movie. Okay, a bunch of bikers, they go into a bar and they get told that, okay, if you're nice you can stay, but then they didn't become nice, and then that actor closed the door, locked it, and he said, you know what, now you can't leave. And the song they played during that song or during that scene was Come Together. The movie was Bronx Tale. I'm not saying that's my favorite a song in a movie, but it's one of my favorites. Another one is the opening credits to Dog Day Afternoon, where they use the Elton John song Amarina, and that was my introduction to Amarina. Love Amarina to this day. Let's see here. I got my tickets through the Fun Club. How did you get yours? Okay. Let's see here. Mr. Soundgear, how are you doing? Thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it. James Taylor did a cover, Day Tripper '79. Okay. Wasn't Jeff Lynne the one whose idea to create the traveling Wilburys? I not 100. I don't remember. I know there was the story of the Wilburys, but I don't remember. I don't remember it. Street Fighting Man, great track. Give Me Shelter was great. Yeah, obviously Paint It Black. Let's see here. Hey, Wink, how you doing? I'd like to hear Strip Down Cloud Nine just to see. Yeah, I mean, just kind of like in the way or demos and just to hear what those demos were like originally, if there are any. Kind of like the All Things Must Pass, right? That was a great box set. I loved what we got. I loved the bonus material and the All Things Must Pass box. Dead Flowers. Ooh, yes. I gotta, I should go back and listen to Let It Bleed. I think that's my favorite Stones album. Thanks. Don't get too jealous now, Tone. Don't get too jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding with you, buddy. But hey, listen, it's a little receding going on here, but I'm lucky man to still have a good head of hair. You know, I don't take it for granted, that's for sure. Let's see here. Don't mess with Cloud Nine. Hey, I'm not gonna mess with it, my friend. I'm not gonna mess with it. Speaking of fatigue factor, I'd be happy if I never hear Joan Jett's off rock and roll. Yeah. C '93 lineup is great. Those sound checks are so much fun. Yeah, it's a great lineup. Absolutely. But I still think that '76 tour lineup or not, the '76 era of Wings is I think by far the best. Yep, there you go. Come Together, Bronx Tale. My car radio station is super commercial. It just plays Michael Jackson's. Well, that's why I don't listen to the radio anymore, my friend. I got the auxiliary cord. I got a CD player. Yes, I still listen to CDs. Yes, I still have an iPod. Um, Here it is right here. Matter of fact, I was listening to the iPod while I was doing cutting the grass earlier today. So um, there you go. Paul Simon, June 2016. Yeah, okay. So I think that was the show that I cooked um, for the concert. I think that was at the Hollywood Bowl, if I remember correctly, in 2016. Leah Piano exit from Goodfellas. Excellent, excellent. Good pick, Henry. Good pick. How about the opening song to the Imagine doc of Real Love? That blew me away the first time. So yeah, I got to see the Imagine John Lennon movie in the theaters back in '88, and yeah, I remember that was just hearing that for the first time. Loved it, loved it, love it, loved it. I love the soundtrack. I got the book still. Um, and I bought the movie on what VHS and I bought it on DVD, hoping it's gonna get a Blu-ray release soon or at some point. American Fool, Scarecrow's just yeah. I mean that's a good little run. I did have Scarecrow. Scarecrow's a great album. Scarecrow is a great album. Midnight Gambler, famous popular songs you hate. Carry on. Wow. Again, Dream On. If I don't, I hope I never hear Dream On again. I'm a huge Kiss fan, but I don't want to ever hear Rock and Roll All Day and Party All Night. Rock and Roll All Night, you know, I don't want to hear that song again. Brown Sugar. Yep. That's a good party song. It's good good Stones are a good, party atmosphere kind of thing. You have a party, you have some people over, you have the Stones playing in the background. Good stuff. Let's see. Would love for all the time to do a concert for John. Yeah. Hmm. I think the best incarnation of the Rolling Stones was Mick. Mick was a fantastic guitar player, wasn't he? Fantastic. Ron Sugar's great, but it was politically incorrect. Okay. Wow. Box office from 3 a.m. to 10 a.m. opening. Got my tickets for 3 shows. Wow, that was amazing. Um, Wink, how you doing, Wink? You know what? I had been for many many years. Growing up in Michigan, the the Detroit Tigers were my favorite um sports team. I was a big baseball. I still am kind of big baseball fan, but I don't watch sports much anymore. All my favorite players have been retiring. Roger Federer was my favorite athlete. I used to love watching Roger Federer play tennis, and now that he's not there anymore, I don't watch tennis anymore. I loved Miguel Cabrera when he was on the Tigers. I used to, watch as many games as I could when he was playing. So now he's retired. Tom Brady, I guess, I enjoyed watching Tom Brady play football. So he's no longer there. So I really don't watch sports much these days. And if I did, when would I have time to do the do all this? Yeah, you know what I mean. Let's see here. Be Lighty, Let It Bleed is my number two. Sticky Fingers and A, and that's no shame. There's no shame in that. Yeah, I think that's great. One thing that sucks about new cars is that they don't include. Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, I think you can still ask for them, but yeah, I don't think you can. Graceland tour was great. I didn't get to see that tour. Like for in 1988. Okay. Do you think Mick Jagger is a good singer? Very unconventional, but I liked his voice. Yeah, he's fine. There's times where he sings better than others. Um, I do kind of like his vocals on like something like Angie. Um, I can't stand his vocals on Waiting on a Friend. I've never been a big fan of that song, anyways. But he's okay singer. You're a lucky man there, Beetle Eddie. Lucky Man. Eddie Money was fun. I couldn't say that I'm a huge fan of his, but my favorite concert was Paul in Dallas. I think it was in the 90s. So it would have been what, 90 or 93? I don't recall you mentioning that you've been more than 79 gay. Wow. Yeah. Freddie should be included in some of the greats of all time. I definitely would put him in a top 10 best singers of all time. Black Diamond, baby. That's right. Peter Criss on vocals. Yeah, that's starting to be a song that I don't care if I ever hear again, to be honest with you. Seriously, it must be a big. Yeah, he loves the Stones. He loves the Stones. Lines have gotten pretty good since you moved back to. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think Sports Illustrated is predicting them to go all the way. I don't follow sports unless the World Cup. Yeah, I do love the World Cup, and I would watch, the World Cup, Europe Cup, Euro Cup. I think is fun too. Um, Most prized collectible. Well, I mean that's one. Um, it's a lot of the 45s of McCartney's 45s from around the world, um, are some of my favorite collectibles right now. Um, Starting to enjoy other things. Like it's like some pins. There's the Back to the Egg pin, McCartney 2 uh, pin. Let me take this out here. See if I can show you guys a little bit better here. Well, no worry about it. See here. Let me hold on one second. I think I gotta see here. Speaking of Fatigue Factor, I'd be happy if I never watch another record store video again. Oh, Wink, that is fun. That is good. That is good. I like that. You think Jagger would have done as good as Alex and Clockwork? No, I do not think. And I just watched a Malcolm McDowell movie I got in the mail the other day called Aces High from 1976. Christopher Plummer, Simon Ward, Peter Firth. I really enjoyed this a lot. Aces High. It's a World War One film. And no, I do not think Mick Jagger would have done as good as Malcolm McDowell in Clockwork Orange. No. I never got to see Queen. I was only 10 when Freddie passed. Yeah, I was a couple years older than you. What was that, 92? I was quite a few years older than you. Another chat you mentioned, you love Phantom of Paradise. Me too. Soul Killer. Old Souls is a killer song. I love every song in Phantom of the Paradise. I love the opening number when it's in the 50s style by the Juicy Fruits. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Oh, let's see here. I saw the Steve Miller Band and the Eagles. Oh, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. No, there's one. Steve Miller. He would have made a good all-star. He would have made a good all-star. Still crazy after all these years. It's a great run by Paul Simon. There you go. Freddie, yes. Plant, yes. But I would perhaps put Paul Rogers is one of those singers that doesn't get enough attention. I agree with you there, James. Yeah, yeah. I think it's kind of Magic is an underrated album. I think I've only listened to that album maybe once or twice. I did have all the Queen's stuff for a long time. That one I didn't play as much as I played the 70s stuff. Maybe I should go back and listen to that. Yes, Mark McDowell is in Star Trek Generations. Yes. How many movies has Mick been in? 10-ish. You know what? He was in what Ned Kelly Performance. Um, Backtrack. Remember that one from I think 89 or 90? It's been I'm not 100% sure. I have to check that out. But not a lot. I don't think more than 10. maybe less than 10. Yes, I watched that. Sound Gear. Yeah, Malcolm McDowell was on Bill Maher's Club Random podcast recently. It was a fantastic interview. As a matter of fact, his the that Caligula just got a whole new transformation and remaster and all that stuff, and that's coming out in a couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Uh, and it says, hell yeah. Let's see, Tom, do you cut over the McCartney? Oh, no, I do not. No, I do not. Let's see here. Okay, thoughts on the Who? They're good. They're great. They're one of the greatest bands of all time. But I don't listen to them often. I don't listen to them often. Tone, it was so great to have you here. Thank you for being here. Rest up, get well, my friend, and looking forward to seeing you again. Steve, he does still sound great. Let's see here. Yeah, Joan is fantastic. Joan is great. Maybe my top 10 actors. Yeah, he is awesome. He is awesome. A lot of great performances from Malcolm McDowell. Let's see here. Miller's touring with Journey. Okay. Stills by Steven Stills. Is that the album you're talking about? First single bought with your own. Um, oh wow. First single. The first one I remember buying was My Brave Face. I remember buying the My Brave Face single. But I don't think it was the first single I ever bought though. I don't think it was the first one I ever bought. Come on, work here. There you go. Bowie, another guy in a lot of movies. Yes, yes, Bowie has some really good performances. And the Queen. Hello, Queen. How are you? So good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for popping up. I don't know how much longer. I'm going to give it like another 9 minutes or so. You like all the low budget 70s? I like a lot of this. I like a lot of the 70s grindhouse stuff. Yes. Yes. There's some really good grindhouse stuff. Absolutely. Great live band. There you go. See here. Yes, the Caligula reissue is going to have all the. Yes, it's still going to have. There's two cuts in there. There's two cuts. The theatrical or whatever, and then there's going to be a brand new cut of the film. That's going to be in there. So again, I love Malcolm McDowell in there. I love Helen Mirren in there. A lot of great performances, and they didn't know that there was um that Guccione was going to add that stuff into into the movie until after it came out. But yeah, all that's there's like I said, there's going to be two cuts, and all that stuff's going to be in there as well. So yes, it's a good film to watch. My parents' family night. Uh, why don't you find out? Let me know how that works for you, my friend. Yes. Again, just the hits on Talking Heads, just the hits. Um, see, yes, I have it pre-ordered from Amazon. Now, yes, I do. Yes. So yes, I will be getting Caligula. Uh, yeah, cool. Let's see here. Queen 20's music channel. Yes. Talking Heads are great. Yes, they are great. And I should check out more of their. I should check out their albums. I definitely should. Favorite dud album? Wow. Oh, I have to think on that. I have to think on that. It's a dud. What album was a dud that I got and I thought, oh, this was terrible. Oh, you know what one it was? The the Page Copperdale. Um, I thought that album was terrible. Yes, Coverdale, right? Coverdale. Page Coverdale. I thought that album was terrible. Love the Talking Heads, says the Queen. So you spoke to your kid about after the presentation. The Beatles changed the sound and told how. Yeah. Um. You ever think of the power music has? You can associate a song with. Absolutely, absolutely, Henry. I think about that a lot. Absolutely. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Okay. Grease 2 still gets nightmares. I remember watching that several times in the mid early to mid 80s. Um, yeah, it is terrible. I remember the song "Let's Do It for Our Country." Yes, let's do it for our country. The red, white, and the blue. Um, let's see here. Uh-oh, losing here. You guys are bringing in these comments fast and furious. Gone Tropical, I enjoy now. For whatever reason, I think I kind of enjoy Gone Tropical. Heading towards midnight here, so happy Friday. She'll see you. James, thank you so much for popping in. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Wild Wildlife. Yes. Love that video. Love that video. Also, we'll get this, but Tom, the car show, and what's mine is going on as we all really? Okay. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun, Queen. I had a Queen, I just loved every minute of it, Queen. Thank you for everything that you did. Uh, okay. Is that a double album? Was that a double? I don't know. Uh, in your in your in your allergies, was My Brave Face released on 45, and were singles all the way. Yes, there was a CD single, a cassette single, and a 45. Wes, yes, and a 12-inch single. So you got out, you got all, yeah, you got all the mediums covered. Stop Making Sense, great performance. Longer was a double album. Okay, cool. Ooh, the Dud album, Queen the Game. Wow, even with all those hits on there, it was a dud. Well, you could say Driving Rain is a dud. You could say that. Um, I don't think it's a dud, but I mean, you could say that. Actors you don't think are actually good actors, but directors can sometimes get good performance out of them. For me, wow. Well, Quentin Tarantino got a great performance out of John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, didn't he? Um, yeah, and aren't actually good. Um, I'm not the biggest, Richard Gere fan, and he got a great performance. Who was the director of Officer and Gentleman? And he just got a fantastic performance out of him. I thought, anyways. But it's been a long time since I've seen the movie. Yes, he had the cassette single. No favorite Grease 2 song in production. um, let's see here. Joe calls it, yeah, not anymore though. He doesn't call it that anymore. My brother thinks Plastic Ono Band is a dud. Well, um, that's too bad because it's definitely not a dud. Yeah, the cassette single here. I got the matter of fact, I got it right here. Uh, there you go. The cassette single. My Brave Face. You know what? I miss I used to love the clear see-through uh cassettes like that, right? Good stuff. Yep, got it. Also, and the very first McCartney single on cassette. Pretty Little Head. There you go. First cassette single from McCartney. All right. Uh, yeah. Travolta. Listen, he was good. I mean, he got was great in Blowout, Pulp, and Get Shorty. That was a fun movie. Let's see, Tarantino. Yeah, I just started it, and I need to finish it. Just need to finish it. Grease 2 is a movie that's so bad it's good, much like Stallone directing. Staying Alive is just terrible. A few years back, um, we watched it. and oh my God, it just I remember watching it, again, those HBO days in the early '80s, early to mid '80s, and into the late '80s actually, when you see like the same thing, they play the same movie like 5 times a day. I watch Staying Alive a lot. I watch Grease 2 quite a bit, and movies that I would never probably want to watch again. If the Beatles never existed, which band do you think would have been on top in the '60s? Well, I mean, Beach Boys probably. Give away my iPod in 14 when I got a smartphone. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it was a cassette single. Yes, it was Queen. How many times did you see Paul? Four. I only did four, unfortunately. Um, I wish I could have changed that, but I can't. Uh, Bill Maher is a huge Beatles fan. Yes, he is. He talks about them a lot on the on his show. You ever been uncomfortable watching a movie with someone else? I once watched William freaking movie Killer Joe. Yeah, well, Killer Joe is probably not the best movie to watch with your parents. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I'm not gonna get into that one, but yes, yes, I have. Um, yeah, yeah. Oh, right. Oh God. Jeez, you're just bringing up some bad ones now. Oh, wow. And Dolly Parton's in that one too, right? Flying to My Home, one of the best B-sides. Yes. Yep. You had the cassette single on that one? Yes. Staying Alive is so Yeah, the Broadway show, yeah, when they do the performances, yeah, in the movie, yeah. I like that little scene where, Stallone and Travolta bump into each other in the walking scene, the sidewalk walking street or scene or whatever. That was kind of funny. Bill Maher podcast hilarious. He brings random celebrities. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy his Club Random. The Room. I will never watch The Room. I have no interest in watching The Room. I know The Room. I know. I've seen clips of it. But I have no intentions of ever watching The Room. Now watched a movie called Room, which I think is good, but I have no intentions of ever watching a movie called The Room. I talked about him and Woody Harrelson smoking with Paul. Oh, very cool. Enjoyed watching. Looking forward to the next one. God willing, peace and love. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, my friend. Saw Paul twice. Saw him with Conan. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up here, my friends. But it's great hanging out with you for the last 90 minutes. Let's see here. If you're going to keep bringing in comments, I guess I'll take watching Dust Till Dawn. That's funny well, say that because I just picked up the Arrow released the Mexico trilogy of El Mariachi, Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. So I watched El Mariachi last night, and I'm going to watch Desperado tonight. Um, and Robert Rodriguez talked about how he turned in Desperado, um, and then they weren't going to release it. He turned it in January and February, he said, and then they weren't going to release it until August. And so in between that time, he filmed his segment for Four Rooms, if you remember that, and then he did Till Dusk Till Dawn, and that was released like 4 months after, 6 months after Desperado. Yeah, so that's a good little it's a good Blu-ray set for sure. No Country for Old Men in the top 10. It's a fantastic film. It's a fantastic film. So, but all right, everybody, thank you very much for sticking around for 90 minutes and hanging out and great comments. Um, much, great comments and questions. I loved all of them. And I will be back sometime next week, and I'll look forward to Andy doing his live shows on Sunday. Queen, we got to do this with Talk More Talk a little bit more often. I'm going to talk to you about that. Um, if we ever get time, maybe we should do more live streams for Talk More Talk as well. But thank you. Um, Thank you, Queen, for popping in. James, good to see you. Tony's going to ask one more question here. Tom, what's your favorite decade of music? Probably the 70s. Probably the 70s. I would like to say 60s, but I think it's probably the 70s. Henry, good to see you. Mike, thanks for showing up. So everybody out there, thank you very much for popping in. Check us out this Saturday for a new episode and Talk More Talk. Unfortunately, we won't have a new episode this coming Monday because it's going to be Labor Day. So everybody have a great holiday weekend. Be safe. But we're going to post one of the many panels that we all did at the fest in Chicago. So be on the lookout for that. Wes, what do you got here? Love Travolta's final line in "Staying Alive" as he goes out the stage, and I want to strut, yeah, and then "Staying Alive" comes on, right? I remember I could talk about this for hours, but I'm gonna get off now. So everybody, take care, and we will see you all soon. Bye.